Hello, beloved church family of the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Judith Roberts, and I'm your host tonight. I welcome you to our midweek Oasis Wednesday night service. As you'll be able to experience tonight, our Wednesday night Oasis is a place where we come together as a community to be spiritually refreshed between Sundays. Most Wednesday night services build upon the theme of the previous Sunday, expressing science of mind principles and practices with the intention that these gatherings be informal, intimate, and interactive. Our annual theme for 2025 is Rising Higher, Growing Deeper. Our monthly theme for August is On the Wings of Love. Last Sunday, Reverend Ikea Param introduced ideas inspired by the title Love's Ascent, and tonight our speaker will continue with the same topic. So as we gather tonight, I really want to welcome you. If you're new to our community or watching our recording, please visit our homepage at www.oaklandcsl.org and click on the I'm New icon and look at the lower left-hand corner of that page to submit your email address. Once you do, you'll begin receiving the Village News, which is a newsletter that comes once a week on Thursdays in your email. It has all the information on what is happening at the center in the coming weeks. Before we get started with the talk, please mute your own audio microphone during tonight's service. You can leave your camera on. When you mute your audio, it will improve the quality of our recording and tonight's transmission. And please stay tuned through the end of the service to receive special and important announcements. And now I'd like to introduce our speaker, Suzanne DuBois. Dr. Suzanne DuBois has been a member of OCSL since 1981 and a practicing practitioner for 4 years. She earned her doctorate from Mills College in educational leadership and has designed and produced many conferences, retreats, and seminars for educators, businesses, and students for years. Her focus has been empowerment of the individual's true self in the context of leadership, diversity, communication, and teaching. Her work is deeply rooted in the principles of science of mind and comes from a place of love and commitment to peace, freedom, and inclusiveness, with her son's family and grandchildren as a constant reminder of the future that we are building. So, Suzanne, thank you in advance for being our speaker tonight. I know we're in for a treat. So, as we do with every organized event at the center, we open with prayer. And I will be offering the prayer tonight. So, I invite you to settle in, get comfortable in your chair, take a deep breath, and just let go of anything and everything that might be on your mind, anything that you've gone through to get here tonight. Just let it go and come present, knowing that in this present is the divine, is spirit, the still small voice within, the one that we hear when we get quiet, the one that guides us, the one that inspires us, the one that takes us deep into ourselves, into the place of peace. And I know that that one is guiding the service tonight, and that as Suzanne delivers her message tonight, her message about love, love's ascent, that love is touching us, that love is permeating this service, and that she is a channel for that love. She's a channel for spirit. The divine is love. And so we will be uplifted tonight in hearing and being reminded about love, the love that is always here, the love that is always within. And so I know that this service is unfolding perfectly, and Suzanne is just in a flow of grace as she delivers her talk tonight. And I know that this service is perfect, whole, and complete before it's even done. And so, and I invite you to say with me, in gratitude, and so it is.
And so it is.
And
Amen.
so it is, amen. And now let's turn it over to Suzanne.
Thank you, Judith. That was perfect and beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Before I start, I'd like to ask all of you to have something to write with and on, because there'll be a couple moments that I'll ask you to write something down. And I don't know how you can tell me that you're ready. Can they raise their hand or something to tell me they're ready?
Just maybe do a thumbs up.
Well, there's not very many faces here, so.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I think you can do an electronic hand up.
Yes, let's see. I think we go to reactions. Well, we can't see. So, oh, I see Shayla has
Yes.
a thumbs up. I have a thumbs up.
You're right. You can go to reactions and click any of those that you'd like.
Thumbs up.
Okay.
Oh, Judith, you really got
I didn't mean to have 10 thumbs up, but I
great.
I
You're-
think you're okay to go,
think
Dr.
you're
Suzanne.
okay. I think
Okay.
you're okay.
Okay, so love's ascent into love. I like definitions and defining terms. So when I got this topic, I looked up the word ascent, and the dictionary said climbing a mountain or hill. And I'm like, well, that's very visual and great. I love visual things too. And so then I chose to look up love in the New Thought Dictionary, if you haven't heard of it, by Ernest Holmes. And I looked up love, and I would like to quote him. Ernest Holmes, our founder, says, "The outpouring of spirit, the givingness of life. It is the great transforming power which brings everything into harmony. It is the unifying principle, the creative element, the motivating power of all that is fine and noble in life. It is the healing force." And so I am considering ascent into love as an invitation to climb your mountain. And I ask you right now to use this time today, this evening, to choose a mountain to climb. Is there an issue or a challenge you would like to climb in the metaphysical sense? Something in a relationship, family, health, financial, anything. Let's take a moment together to consider this. I invite you to close your eyes for just a moment and take a breath and allow your mind to just empty of everything that's gone on today. And for a moment, just for a moment, and move into a quiet spot. Breathe again. What issue in your life calls to you? The first thing that shows up. Please write that down. And how would you like it to be different? Please write that down. Don't think about it, just take the first thing. And I wonder if anyone would like to share what their issue is in broad strokes, not like details. For example, my issue is health. And I would like for my health to be perfect, manifested as God's perfect being. So would anyone like to share theirs? You don't have to.
I'll share. Mine is health as well. And mine is to rid myself of this neuropathy that I have in my legs. And I'm trying my best to move forward. And a lot of times I'll take diagnosis and say, I don't have time for that. Well, this neuropathy is telling me, yeah, you got time for this one, baby girl. Okay. So I am trying my best to move forward with this neuropathy that numbs my legs from my toes to my knees are numb, but I keep moving. And so that's what I'm working on right now. Okay? I'm
All right.
complete.
Thank you. Anyone else?
If we don't see your face, you can just speak. Just say something like Dorothy did.
Well, I'm gonna say something. It's Grady May.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, I'm surprised it came up, but here it did. It's divorce. And it the theme being love, but I'm leaning toward being enough. And that means a successful relationship, but it hasn't been that. So I'm preparing for whatever this situation, brings to me, this divorce situation right now. So that's where I am.
Thank you very much. Anyone else? One last chance.
Journaling daily. I journal, but it's haphazard. So,
Is that Lula?
yes,
Lula, can you speak up a little bit?
yes, I said my issue, a gratitude journal, writing. I find something to be grateful for every day, but I want to write it down, and I don't always write it down. Very seldom do I write it down.
All right. Beautiful. Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to share? And we'll move on if not. Okay. I would like to share some thoughts with you about the nature of love and how that can be something that heals, allows you to heal. I will remind you of Ernest Holmes' definition, which I read from earlier. I'm just going to read one line. Love is the great transforming power. And I'd like to also, well, I know poets, playwrights, singers, musicians, all have their thoughts about love. We talk about love from the time we're a teenager, maybe before that. But I'm not talking, of course, about romantic love or playful love. I'm talking about deep, transformative love that can heal. So I'm going to also quote just two more people because we're not going to spend all day quoting people. Howard Thurman, who I think most of you are familiar with, a metaphysical preacher, who was Martin Luther King's spiritual advisor. He says in Meditations of the Heart, the edge of hope that constantly invades the seasoned grounds of despair, the faith that keeps watch at the doors through which pass all the labors of my life and heart for what is right and true, the impulse to forgive and to seek forgiveness, even when the injury is sharp and clear. These and countless other things make me know that day by day and by night, my life is surrounded by the love of God. And one more from Imam Ali, as quoted by A. Hilwa in The Secrets of the Divine Love. Your sickness is from you, but you do not perceive it. And your remedy is within you, but you do not sense it. You presume you are a small entity, but within you is enfolded the entire universe. What you seek is within you, if only you reflect. In each of these passages, I intend to point your finger at the possibility of love, your love, and your acknowledgement of God's love, healing your issue. In the science of mind, we teach certain principles, and I will remind you of two of them right now. One is anything the mind can think, the mind can unthink. And two, in God, all things are possible. So right now, I'd like to do sort of a little meditation or guided meditation. If again, you would just close your eyes and relax. And this is a visualization. I want you to just see a movie screen. And you're in the movie though. And there's a field of flowers, beautiful, waving in the soft breeze, perfect weather. And at the edge of the breeze is the mountain, your mountain of challenge. And you notice in this mountain, it's huge. You've never climbed anything this high, even if you're a hiker. You see in the mountain, embedded in the side, words and phrases that express your issue. It might be something like, I can't do it. It's too hard. It's bothered me forever. It's going to be here forever. You see that, and as you're reading those things, suddenly the sun is gone and thunder and lightning and rain start pouring down, and you're devastated. It's like impossible to go up this mountain. And yet then you notice there's a step. There's some steps carved into the mountain. And you think, well, I said I would like to handle this, so I'll take one step. And you walk forward slowly and step onto that first step. And as you step on the first step, the rain and the thunder and lightning stop and dissipate. And so you decide, perhaps I could take another couple steps. It's not that hard to just do a couple. So you take 1, 2, 3 steps. And you notice there's a bench at that level, a lovely bench. And you decide to sit down for a moment and rest. And there's a small stream going beside you. And you look over and it's clear crystal water. And you reach over and cup your hands into the water and take a cleansing drink. And you look up at the top of the mountain, and somehow the mountain has gotten smaller and shrunk. And you take a breath. And you take a few more steps. And as you walk a few more steps, the sun comes out. And it shines, and you notice a plateau that widens out in front of you. And as you look around on that plateau, you breathe, and you see your answer to your challenge. And you breathe again. And in a moment, I would like you to write what your answer is. And just remember where you are in the room and relax and open your eyes when you're ready. You have to open your eyes a little bit to write, probably. So just slowly bring yourself back, and we'll see if anyone wants to share. For myself, remember my issue was health. And the answer that showed up for me when the sun rose was that I am an expression of health and vitality. And there's some things I need to do. There's like steps, like in the mountain. But knowing that I am an expression, as an expression of God, of health and vitality is my true answer. Is anyone ready to share what they noticed? Or did I give you enough time?
I think a little bit more time.
Sure,
for
okay.
writing. Mhm. Well, I'll share something, Suzanne,
Sure.
then we'll see if other people are ready. I love this exercise. And my answer is one step at a time. One step at a time. And what I saw was that my mind made the mountain bigger than it was. That the mountain was actually an illusion that my mind made up. And what was in front of me was actually just a small rise above this plateau we were on. Just a small rise that I can climb up that rise, and that I can do this, and I can do it one step at a time. It was
That-
great. It was great.
That's brilliant. What the mind can think, the mind can unthink.
Yeah, yeah. So I love that the mountain is an illusion. It just this exercise brought it down to size. Mhm. Anyone else would like to share? And you'll need to unmute yourself. And you can put your camera on. It's okay to put your cameras on. During,
Love to see your beautiful faces.
yeah, during the whole service, it's just easier in terms of transmission and recording, uh, for the audio to be off when you're not talking, but cameras can be on. Quiet group tonight.
This is a little different, I guess. I think what I got is probably how to proceed with anything, regardless of what it is, which is to start by taking the widest possible view, including ancestors and spirit and everybody I know on earth and everything else, and ask what's next to do, and then just look and listen. Write down whatever comes through.
Very nice. Thank you, Reverend Ikea. Ikea.
Good reminder.
I decided to turn on the camera just because it must be very odd looking out at all these black squares with names and no people.
I appreciate that. I know you're there.
It is. It's nice to see who's in the, when you're a speaker, it's nice to know who you're speaking to. Yeah.
It is indeed.
Would anyone else like to share from that exercise that Suzanne led?
If no, I thought you'd be more loquacious, verbose, garrulous. So I allowed a lot of time for you to talk. But perhaps what you are sharing is too personal and you want to be private, and that's absolutely okay.
Well, Suzanne, I didn't share what did you call it? The challenge or
And or issue, however you.
with the issue. I didn't share what the issue was because it is a little too personal. I didn't want to share it publicly.
Yeah,
Sharing the answer was fine.
sharing the answer was great.
Share the answer without the issue.
That's a good point. Anyone who would like to do that, you don't have to share your issue. Because as Reverend Akia said, it includes, her answer encompasses a lot of issues, a lot of challenges.
Yeah,
Actually, so does Judith's.
that's true.
Yeah.
Could be applied to almost everything. Just take the next step. One step at a time.
And the idea of the mountain being an illusion,
Uh-huh.
we do that to ourselves so often.
Yeah.
And we know we can change our mind. Change your thinking, change your mind. Isn't that something I've heard before?
Change your thinking, change your life.
Change your life. Yeah.
Oh, right. Um, all right. Well, I would actually like to read Ernest Holmes' thing about love again, if that's all right with all of you, because it really digs in deep to love as transformation. Because when I first started thinking about this as a topic, thinking of love as something that can transform or change an issue like health almost doesn't make sense, or finances. If you're about to hit a bankruptcy, how can love change that? But the point is that, as Ernest Holmes says, that it is the great transforming power which brings everything into harmony. It is the unifying principle, the creative element, the motivating power. If you are motivated by love, imagine always imagine what you can accomplish and what comes to you out of nowhere. It's so surprising. In fact, I experienced that when Reverend Sunshine had us doing the abundance thing last year, which was very entwined with love and gratitude. And I had amazing things happen that were just totally unexpected. It didn't appear that I specifically did something to have more money come in, but I did. So the unifying principle, the creative element, the motivating power of all that is fine and noble in life, it is the healing force. So maybe if your issue is the current state of affairs in our country, strangely, one can actually heal through love. Anyone have anything they're now willing to share? If not, I'll conclude the talk.
Well, yeah, let's see. I'd like to say something related to what you just said, but let's wait and see if anyone else would like to
Sure.
share anything about, in relation to the exercise you gave us.
Yeah, and that's part of the opportunity of this service is sharing, being interactive. And the gift to everyone that's here, if you are willing to share.
Mhm. Looks like Miss Grady is that you, Miss Grady?
I am, but clearly I'm not ready to present myself. I'm kind of on ready for bed. We started out by discussing the roller coaster, and I don't really care for heights. My speed is the merry-go-round, and so I'm challenged right now by reading my writing because I felt compelled to run up the stairs, not just to go one by one. Once I took the first step, I was just on my way up. And so I was trying to write down a few things of how I was feeling, that I felt freedom. I felt that I am enough now. If I am an expression of God, so that I am always enough. And so it's like I gave myself permission to, be enough in the moment and feel, free around that. I wish I could read the rest of what I um, have written, but the mountain presented itself as a challenge, but um, once I experienced me, um, the freedom allowed me just to go up and up and up, faster and faster, and without much effort. So I think I'm onto something as far as what I need to do, be, and express in terms of this situation I'm in, because um, I'm not sure exactly of what I need to let go of, but one thing is that let go of the feeling that I'm not enough, because I am. I always have been, and I am right now. So I'm going to just fly with this sense of freedom, I think. I hope that makes sense. It does to me in my feeling tone right now, but I'm not sure how I'll feel later on. But I'm feeling pretty good right now. So I'm complete.
That's beautiful. And it makes sense for sure.
Good.
Thank you so much.
And good to see
Mhm.
you also.
Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm kind of ready for bed, but thank you.
Well, the light is behind you, so we're
Mhm.
just seeing a shadow. We can't see any details of Ready for Bed.
Oh, okay. All
It's
right.
just a silhouette.
Well, Grady, on Dr. Dan, we only see iPhone 2, okay? So we're happy to
Oh,
see your
I
face tonight, darling. I
I'm
love it.
glad. Thank you. Thank you
Yes,
for letting me.
I'm glad to see you in person and knowing that all is well,
All is
that
well.
God is just moving through everything that you need to have done, sweetheart. It's
Yeah,
all good.
thank you. Yes, all.
Judith, did you have, well, maybe there's someone else that wants to
Yeah,
share.
let's see if there's someone else, and then if not, I'll follow up on something you said about love. And what Ernest Holmes said about love.
I embrace I am enoughness now. I wrote that down too. Thank you. I'm complete. This is Grady May again.
Thank you, Grady.
Judith, I think you can go.
Okay, well, oh, did somebody else? I just started to hear somebody.
I said, when I come from love, things just seem to go more smoothly. When I am conscious that the actions I'm taking are coming from uh, my wish for everyone concerned to have a win-win, things just go more smoothly.
Lula, I couldn't hear you that well, sweetheart.
I did hear Miss Green's, I believe it was Miss Green who spoke, that she said when she comes from love, things go more smoothly. Is that accurate?
Is that what you said, Lula?
That's what I,
Okay,
That's
okay,
what I heard her say too.
okay. That's good. I just didn't hear it all. Thank you for clarifying that, please.
so, Suzanne, can you say again what Ernest, repeat again? I know it's the third time, but it's worth repeating. He said something about love being a healing force or something. What did he say?
Yes. Do you want me to read the whole thing or just that part?
The last sentence, I think it was.
Okay. It is the unifying principle, the creative element, the motivating power of all that is fine and noble in life. It is the healing great force.
The healing force. Yeah. So what I was gonna say, on May 4th, I gave a talk at the center, and I mentioned in that talk that I had a brain tumor that I'd been treated for 4 years or something. And then I went to India for a festival, and I was in a field of love. I was just immersed in a field of love. And when I came back, I was different. I was changed. I was uplifted. And my experience was that my frequency of my body was higher. And one thing led to another. I took a stand for healing this tumor, and it was kind of like miracle happened. And to make a long story short, I completely healed from the tumor. Um, but what there was a man in England named Sir Dr. Peter Guy Manners. He was a medical doctor. He was knighted for his work in healing with sound. He was a medical doctor, which is amazing to me because in our in our medical system, we don't recognize what he did. And what he would do is project the healthy he'd identify the healthy frequency of it. Let's say it's a liver disease. He would identify the healthy frequency of the liver, and he would project the healthy frequency into the liver, and the cells would change themselves to meet the healthy frequency, and the ones that were diseased would go away, would slough off, and people had full healings from cancer that way. And I think this frequency, love is a very, very high frequency. And so I think that when we're in the presence of love, or when we're emanating love, or we're receiving love, however it is, if it's a love environment, our frequency is higher, and there are certain health elements that can't exist at that frequency. they're not able to. They're at a lower frequency, and the two things aren't compatible. So the higher frequency of love helps us to our bodies to change, to rearrange, and let it go. That's my experience. So, love is I think it's the most powerful force there is. I agree with Ernest. He said it. He said it. I'm just agreeing.
That's wonderful, Judith. And I mean, no wonder we say God is love, because God is love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So transformative healing power of love.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm. Well, if we don't have any other anything else that people want to share, we can just segue into our announcements, and we might end a little early this evening. Some evenings we end a little late. Tonight we might end a little bit early, which is fine. Your call, Suzanne.
I think unless someone else wants to share, we should go ahead. It's all love.
It's all love. It's all love. It's true. Yeah. Let me get ready here, and then we'll have ask Reverend Sunshine to bring up the slides for the announcements, and we'll just move into our announcements. I don't see her here.
Sorry about that. Give me just a second.
Okay. I think there's one slide before this. There it is. Yeah, so okay, we'll move into our announcements. So this Sunday, August 17th, Reverend Dr. Sunshine Michelle Coleman, who is running our slides tonight, will be speaking on soaring in love, heart to heart. Meditation starts at 10 a.m., followed by service at 10:30 a.m. And on Wednesday, August 20th, join Maureen Molina, practitioner, for our midweek Oasis service for an encore discussion on the topic of soaring in love. And as with every Wednesday, meditation is at 6:30 and our service begins at 7. And get your tickets for the 80th anniversary gala on September 20th, which are on sale now. Visit oaklandcsl.org/events. And while you're at it, get an 80th anniversary bag while they last, available now in our bookstore. And please join the Ministry of Prayer for Friday night prayer happy hour. It will now be offered twice a month on the first and third Friday. The next gathering will be on August 15th, this Friday, from 7 to 8 p.m. on Zoom. Practitioners Maureen Molina and Megan Lemon are your hosts to help you anchor in prayer. Please visit oaklandcsl.org/events and click on the image and use the passcode 411797. And on Saturday, August 16th, join Reverend Aikia Param for a visioning workshop in the social hall from 10 to 12. Visioning is a key spiritual practice in science of mind. In practicing it, we activate our oneness with God and allow divine guidance to reveal our next step. Come join us to learn about this powerful tool. The workshop is offered on a love offering basis. And on Sunday, August 17th, We will be offering our first virtual social hall on Zoom for 30 minutes or so immediately after service. This is a chance to hang out with others in our online community, to get to know each other or reconnect with old friends, and to receive some prayer. We're excited to create this space for those who regularly attend online, and all are welcome. Visit oaklandcsl.org/event or scan the QR code and use the passcode 123456. We can't wait to see you there. And the Women's Spiritual Empowerment Group is back and starts a new 6-week series on August 24th. The next session after that is on August 31st. Visit oaklandcsl.org/groups to learn more. And did you know that we have a lost and found bin of unclaimed items? If you're missing an item, please let Nancy Hester know. Email nhester@oaklandcsl.org no later than August 18th. For all unclaimed items, the bin will be placed by the table for name tags so you can sort through them. After 2 weeks, any unclaimed items will be donated. And our nonprofit partner for July and August is Inside Circle. Inside Circle is a nonprofit that is dedicated to fostering personal growth and healing among individuals impacted by the justice system, creating transformative programs for people inside the prison system, programs for currently and formerly incarcerated youth transitioning back into society, and much more. Visit their website at insidecircle.org for more information. And the Spirit Treasure Bookstore celebrates August with its inventory clearance sale. Books are 40% off, merchandise is 30% off, and any 5 items or more valued over $10 are 40% off. 10 or more items valued under $10 are 40% off. Be sure to pick up your OCSL 80th anniversary bags for $15 plus tax. And now I want to highlight our contact team. These are all of our primary stakeholders at OCSL who are doing so much work in front of the audience and in front of the camera and behind the scenes. So we just want to give a shout out to all of them and thank them for the great work that they do, keeping our center running and humming and just full of love and light. So thanks to all of them. Next slide. And now we move into our sacred giving time, our joyous giving time, because we have so much gratitude. This center offers us so much, and life offers us so much, and we're so blessed. So I'd like to invite you to say with me this affirmation, probably with your audio, your mic turned off, because otherwise the sound will be distorted, but you can say it along with me as I read it out loud. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies this offering. It blesses all that I am, all that I give, and all that I circulate. Thank you, love, as me. And so it is. So we have many ways to give at Oakland Center. If you go onto our website, you will come to this page and you can click on the donate button. And it will take you to all these different ways that you can give. If you're so inspired, if you have something you'd like to offer from your heart, large or small, it is gratefully accepted and welcomed. And you can donate by Zelle, you can donate by a written check, by credit card, by text. You can use this QR code. And of course, if you're there in person, you can donate into the basket that we have that's passed around. So we just welcome anything you offer, and know that we so appreciate you and whatever it is that comes from your heart. So thank you. And I want to thank everybody who contributed to this service today, especially I want to thank Suzanne DuBois for her talk and her guided meditation. And I want to thank her for leading the meditation before the service today. And just the deep questions that she asked us to look at, and the meditation and the answers that came out of it. It was very, very beautiful and very deep. I want to thank our reverends. Reverend Dr. Sunshine Michelle Coleman, of course, is our spiritual director at the center, and she's our tech support today. She's filling in for her son Freddie, who usually does our tech support, and she's doing it today because he's traveling. So thank you so much for that. And I want to thank Reverend Elena Hutchinson, who's not on the call tonight, but Reverend Elena co-hosts this Wednesday night service every other week. And Reverend Ikea Paran, who is on the call tonight and is almost always on the call Wednesday nights, as a beautiful presence and often offers our prayers. I want to thank all three of them. I want to thank Steve Carter, who's our operations coordinator. He prepares the slides and he prepares our announcements, and he's always doing this behind the scenes every Wednesday. So I want to thank Steve. He's very good and he's very prompt in getting everything out to us. So many hands, many hands. It takes a village to put on our services, whether it's a Wednesday night service or a Sunday service. And thanks to everybody and to all of you for your presence, all of you who are attending tonight. So with that, I'd like to invite Suzanne. I was going to say Reverend Suzanne, but she's not Reverend yet. But it felt like she was Reverend. Anyway, I'd like to invite Suzanne to give our closing prayer tonight.
I was going to say, don't scare me. I'm not ready. Thank you very much. Thank you for all those thank yous. And everyone, if you'll now just relax and be willing to conclude this evening in prayer. And so, as I welcome the presence that's been with us all evening, that which is all there is, and that which creates out of itself all that is, each and every one of us, every presence, every being, every thought, I am deeply grateful for all that good. I am declaring that for all of us, that we can experience and have experienced a shift in consciousness around love and the possibilities and expansiveness of love. And I claim for everyone, whatever it is that they choose to handle, whether it's a mountain being an illusion or freedom where they run up the mountain with no effort. I want that. We are all enough. And I released my words about all of this with abandon, knowing that every single seed, every single word that's a seed falls into the rich, fertile mind of God. And I'm swallowed by gratitude, swallowed up whole with the abundance and the joy. And I release my word knowing that all is complete and done in this universe. And so it is.
And so it is. And thank you, Suzanne, for that beautiful prayer and all that you contributed tonight. It was really lovely. And I also forgot somebody that I wanted to thank earlier, and that is Freddie Lambright III, who is our usual tech support person and is just so good and faithful every Wednesday. And I didn't mean to leave him out. So I want to thank Freddie as well as all of you for this wonderful evening.